everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am exhausted. I think today may be the day I actually collapse. For the past 3 days, I slept like 4 hours a day, and then last night I pulled an all-nighter. And I say days purposefully. Like, I came home on Thursday just after 7 a.m. I went grocery shopping on my way back from the airport because I had a really bad cold that I picked up in New York, and I didn't sleep at all on the plane because I couldn't stop coughing and sneezing. I think I also kept every poor bastard in my cabin awake all night because I couldn't stop coughing. And on top of that, like, I was really jet lagged when I arrived, so hang on, why is my setup so crooked? Let's move this a little bit more here. But yeah, so I knew that as soon as I got home, I wasn't gonna leave my house for the next like 4 days. So I went grocery shopping, and then I realized last night that I got the ingredients to make sloppy bowls, which is something I recently discovered and I've become obsessed with. I got like ground beef, potatoes, and some sour cream to put on top, but I got no spices, nothing. And I got all the ingredients out to make the dinner, and I was like, this is gonna be the blandest shit ever if I make it like this. Like, I had nothing aside from salt and pepper. I normally put either some sauce over it or like a spice packet. I was really trying to make one with like some taco seasoning, but I didn't buy it, and I had nothing left in my cupboards. Every spice pot I own is expired by like 2 or 3 years. I have to clean that out today. Come on, yes, do that today. I have to go through all of them and probably throw all of them out. I don't think there's like any left that are still good. So I really have to go to the grocery store today, but I came home on Thursday. I video chatted with my parents. I said hello, and my mom was like, whoa. And I said, yeah, I have a cold. And she said, yeah, I can hear it. You sound very congested. And I was like, yeah, I feel miserable. Like, I just feel miserable. I can't do anything today. So I was supposed to work Thursday and Friday, so I logged into my work computer. I messaged my manager. I was like, I think I brought back Ebola from New York. Like, I feel like a piece of shit. I have to take today and tomorrow off sick. So I took 2 sick days, and I slept on Thursday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And then I was up all night because I couldn't breathe through my nose, even though I had a nose spray, but it, only works for so many hours, and if you can't sleep, eventually it stops working, and then you can't sleep from that. And then I slept again on Friday from like 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And then again, I couldn't sleep at all Friday night because I couldn't stop coughing. And then yesterday, I slept again from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And yesterday was the first day I felt better. This cold is really weird. I had like 2 days of a sore throat in New York, which is how my colds usually start. And then on Wednesday, the day I was due to fly back, which really scared me. I was like, I have to get on a plane if that pressure builds up during takeoff, and I have to spend the entire flight with a really sore ear, like not even sore, like downright painful ear. I've had that happen to me twice before, just during landing for like 10 minutes, and it took hours for my ear to pop. I thought, I could get like a ruptured eardrum, like I was really worried. Eventually, after like a lot of nasal spray, Vicks, like vapor rubbed everywhere, and throat pastils because they were menthol and cleared everything up. My ear popped, and I luckily had a pretty smooth flight aside from the fact that I just was sick the whole time. But last night, like, I was exhausted and I still could not sleep, and at 6 a.m. I was like, no, you can't keep sleeping from 10 until 2. First of all, 4 hours a day is not enough, and second of all, you need to go back to work tomorrow. Like, you have to sleep during the night. So get up, be productive today, record some videos. I have to put makeup on so I look alive and go to the grocery store. And I am gonna try my hardest to just stay awake all day and hope that I can fall asleep tonight, because you know what happens when you're overtired? Your brain starts being overactive, and I think that's part of my problem. I'm so tired at night, but I can't shut my mind up, and I can't go to sleep. So I'm exhausted. I feel like a zombie, but I can't spend another full day in bed. I have to get up. I have to do something productive today, so that maybe when I go back to bed tonight, my brain will actually comprehend that I'm supposed to go to sleep and that I don't live in my bed permanently. So, alright, enough rambling. Today I wanted to do a get ready with me with all new makeup products. I didn't buy all of these in New York. I bought some of these on sale in Ireland because they were a lot cheaper. But I did buy quite a few of these in New York. Some of these I've actually had for a couple of months as well. I just didn't have them when I did my last makeup video, which was like January. The only product that's not new is concealer, because there are a few new drugstore concealers I want to try out. Like a few new ones that have great reviews, and I want to try at least one of them out. But I've been using the same concealer for years, and I just recently picked up a new tube of it, so I'm going to be using that for a while before I switch to a new one. But everything else is, I think, new since I last saw you guys, also except for my primer. I'm just going to put a bit of primer on. I'm hoping that after this video, I will also make the second part of my Disney video, because I know a lot of you have been waiting for that. But if I do, because I have to go to the grocery store first, if I do get too tired today, then I'll just upload this one tonight and do the other videos next week. But I'm hoping to do that one, to upload that one first. Again, because I know a lot of you have been waiting for it. So for my face, I'm just going to use a skin tint. This is the Sculpted by Aimee HydraTint. This is an Irish brand. It had great reviews online. I've tried it a few times. I feel like it does not give me a lot of coverage. I think the L'Oreal places and that's it. So I might dot it all over my face today and use a bit more. It does have SPF 20 in it, which I love because I really try to put sunscreen on. I know you're supposed to regard like wherever you live, but because I live in Ireland, I very often forget it since coming back from New York. We've had nothing but rain and cold temperatures. It's raining pretty hard right now, so I'm not even in the mood to go to the grocery store, but I have to. So yeah, I'm gonna apply this one today. Let's see how I do this. I'm just gonna dot a bit more on my face than I usually do. And see. Is there anything on my chin? Oh, I hate doing my makeup in my phone because it's a bit hard to see, but if I do it in a mirror, I never know whether I'm in frame. Also, pardon the look of my nails. About a month ago, I went to have my biop nails redone, and they took them off, and my nails just fell apart. Like, I had my I just had several nails that completely broke, and she was like, she said that happens sometimes with biop, that it makes your nails brittle. She said, so you're gonna have to give it like a month for your nails to strengthen again, because I can't apply biop on them when they're this weak. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not gonna get biop done again if it makes my nails this way. Like gel nails used to do that. I thought biop was supposed to be a nail strengthener, but it is just, it's completely, after a year of doing them, it's completely ruined my nails. And I have been trying to apply a nail hardener, like just to strengthen them, but oh gosh, I waited like 2 weeks after that appointment to buy one, and I only applied it like twice before I went to New York, and I haven't even taken it off. Like the one I applied right before I went to New York is still on. My nails, and like if you can see the shininess, it's still on there, but all my nails, like this is completely broken off. This has a split down the middle. This one is like broken. Like all my nails are just falling apart, and I don't know if you have ever had brittle nails, but it is a really gross feeling when you try to grab something and your nails feel like they're bending inwards. Like it's terrible, really. Let me just quickly check in this small mirror what that looks like. Okay, seems to have blended out okay. And actually the coverage seems pretty okay now. Next I definitely concealer look at those circles. I genuinely look like I haven't slept in 4 days, which I haven't, so yay. So this is still my Maybelline Fit Me. Is it the Fit Me? Yes, I think it is. Oh my gosh. I've been using this for so long, I don't even know what it is anymore. I just see it in the store and go straight for it. pieces of skin around it from all the tissues I've used. Yeah, I haven't been hydrating enough either the last few days, really, because I've just, they're weird days. Like, you don't want to drink too late because you don't want to be up all night peeing. You want to sleep, and then you don't sleep until 10, and then you wake up at 2, and you give yourself like a 6-hour window to drink. So I don't even think I drank a liter of anything in the last 4 days. It's been iced tea. I barely drink water. But I don't even think I reached a liter of iced tea on any of the 4 days. So I need to hydrate more today. I got up really early today, so I have plenty of time to hydrate. But mouth is really dry. Then oh, here it is. For my eyeshadow, I've been using this Armani liquid eyeshadow religiously every time I put makeup on. It is so quick and easy to use, and it just adds a bit of warmth to my eyes. I have such deep set eyes that it's really hard to see eyeshadow on my eyes anyway, but this I feel just gives some warmth to my eyes, which is really nice. This is in the shade 22M Cashew. It's one of the matte shades, and it's just really nice. So I just take a little and put it on my eyelid, and then I take a little fluffy brush and just blend it out, and a little bit up here so that you can see some of it. There we go. The perfect one and done eyeshadow, really. It's so nice. I don't know if you guys can hear it raining. My microphone is definitely picking it up because I can hear it through my headphones that it's raining really hard. But it doesn't always show up in the recording. But it's like monsoon outside right now. Oh, my car charger is still plugged in. It's been plugged in since Thursday. I haven't left my house since then. Okay. There we go. And then for eyebrows, oh my god, I'm obsessed with this product. I just bought this in New York in Sephora. This is the Kosas Air Brow gel. I still have all of those things in their containers because I wanted to keep them in their containers just for traveling back. I'll throw all the containers away now, but this is the Air Brow. That's literally just what it's called, Air Brow. It's a tinted brow gel, but I've never used a brow gel before. Like, I've been using the same eyebrow pencil with a powder for years, but I often find that it makes my eyebrows look a little too artificial. This just fills in my eyebrows really nicely and makes them look really natural, and just like kind of flattens them against my skin. This is just, I'm like so excited to do my eyebrows every day now because this just looks so nice. This is really hard to do in the phone. I might have to do some touch-ups in the bathroom mirror after this because I don't know how everything looks, but my eyebrows look a lot less dark and a lot less like they look like they've been painted on. But again, kind of hard to see for me in the phone screen. But I don't think you can over apply this, and I only use one dip. I think that looks pretty good, yeah. And then I'm also using a new mascara. I definitely still have my CoverGirl Lash Blast, but I really wanted to try the L'Oreal Extensionist, and I love it. I think it makes my eyelashes look really long. I mean, I have fairly long eyelashes anyway. I'm pretty lucky that way. But this mascara definitely makes them look longer. This jet lag is really weird. I don't know if it's because I've been sick. The cold. Oh yeah, I was talking about how the cold was really weird, right? So, when I got here on Thursday, I spent the whole day just like having a really runny nose and a lot of sneezing. The coughing was okay, but it was like coming on. I could feel it getting worse. And then Friday was by far the worst day. I just could not stop coughing, and I couldn't stop my nose from running. So that's why I have such a raw nose. I've never had a raw nose before, but I went through tissues like nobody's business, and I couldn't stop coughing, and I was literally like I woke up at 2 p.m. on Friday, and the first thing I did was cough the house down. I had to sit up immediately to make it less bad, and I was just like, I'm over this. Like, I know it's only been really 3 days of a cold, but I'm already over it. Like, this needs to go away now. And literally yesterday, it was gone. Practically. I still had a bit of snotty nose and the occasional cough, but today I don't even sound congested anymore. Like, it's just gone. Like, it disappeared as fast as it came on, which normally colds last me about 2 weeks, really, but this was like 3 days and done. And the jet lag is also really weird because normally, hang on, I'm gonna apply my bronzer next. So I bought the Saie Dewy Bronzer, which is gorgeous. I also bought a travel size version of a Saie Dewy Blush, but if I apply them both together, I have way too glowy a face, so it's one of the two, and I currently prefer the bronzer because I have some other really nice blushes. And by the way, I wear the color Salt, which I think looks really dark, but is supposed to be the lightest color. It's also for cool undertones, so it suits me really well. It looks really dark when I apply it on my skin, but once I blend it out, it looks great. I am very confused as to why this brush is pink, though. When I first opened it, I thought, did I accidentally pick up a tester and people were like dipping it in blush or something? But no, it was a closed package. It's just a pink brush. It's kind of weird. So yeah. The jet lag. The Saie buffing brush, also picked that up. Normally my jet lag works in such a way that I sleep for like 16 hours the first night, and then I don't sleep at all the second night, and then I sleep for like 10 hours the third night, and then I don't sleep at all the fourth night, and this kind of goes on for anywhere between like a week and 10 days. It's the older I get, the longer I feel like the jet lag lasts, but it's always alternate between one night of a lot of sleep and one night of no sleep. This time it's just all nights of no sleep and a couple of hours of sleep during the day, and I can't even say that I'm still on New York time because I was never on New York time. I fell asleep every night between 10 and 11, and I usually go to sleep here around 4 a.m. So subtract 5 hours from that, that's 11. And I woke up every morning at 6:30 or 7 on my own. And, well, like, I've been trying to wake up at 7 every morning here, and I can't because I can't go to sleep early. But over there, because I was living on Irish time the whole time I was there, I wasn't there for that long. Every night, asleep early, every morning, awake early. So it's not like I went to sleep there at 4 a.m. and my brain is now on New York time and is like, oh hey, that's 9 a.m. for you. So I can't go to sleep before that. I don't know what it is. I've never had jet lag present itself like this before. It could simply be because I had a cold. It could also simply be because I am thinking about sleeping so much that I make myself too stressed about it, and then I can't sleep. You know, the more you want to sleep, the less you can. I think that may also be something that's happening. So I don't know. Let's just hope that pulling an all-nighter tonight or last night and not taking any naps today is actually going to help me sleep better. If this video doesn't go up today, this is going to be very confusing, because then it's going to go up on like Wednesday, at which point I will either have gone back to my normal sleeping patterns or I'll be dead from lack of sleep. Seriously, insomnia is no joke. Oh yeah, okay. So I picked up one drugstore product, which is one of the new Milani baked blushes. Milani is not a brand that we have in Europe, and I love a baked blush. Now, I completely forgot to look for another copy. I can't think today of my Maybelline Chrome highlighter in Rose Gold, because they're so hard to find these days. I find them in the occasional Walgreens, and the last one I had completely pulverized on my flight to Orlando. So I picked up a new one in Orlando, and I only found it in one Walgreens, and they only had one, otherwise I would have bought two. And in the meantime, it hasn't shattered, but it's come loose from the pan. Well, like the edge of the pan still has product on it, and then like there's a big circle in the middle that's just detached from the rest. So I don't think it's gonna be long before that pulverizes, so I'm definitely not traveling with it, but I really wanted, it's such a fragile product, I really wanted to pick up a spare spare one. But I forgot, and I went to Walgreens a lot. That's gonna be my whisper ramble video, because your medications are confusing as hell, but yeah. This, I just did like one quick tap. I tested this out when I bought it, which was evening, so I wasn't going out anymore, and it's so pigmented. I really looked like a clown. I was like, okay, thank God I'm not going out tonight, but light. And I'm gonna tap some of it off and just dab that. Oh gosh, okay, put the rest on this side already. I love this brush because it's still fairly clean because it's new, and you can just apply literally your whole face with it. But if I apply foundation with it, I will say it disperses it a little bit too much and doesn't give it quite the full coverage that I like. So I'm not using it for foundation, but I love it for the bronzer and then just to apply some blush with it afterwards. Yeah, I think that's nice. Nice color. Suits me pretty well. I also bought the YSL blush. I bought this on sale in Ireland. This was 40% off, so I knew that I was never going to get it that cheap in the US. I bought it in Make Me Blush. It is so pretty. It's also got a glow to it, but not quite as much of a glow as the Saie Dewy blush. It's got more of like just a healthy glow. But I like wearing sort of glowy blushes because it eliminates the need for highlighter on my face. I just apply a little bit on my nose. But I have worn this quite a bit because I've had it for a few weeks. I've been wearing it every time I've applied makeup for the last few weeks. The Milani one I'd only tried on the one time in the evening in my hotel room, so I really wanted to try that one again today. So then next up is lipstick. Okay, so I got two of the Atomic Lip Shakers from House Labs. I got the one in Sheer Petal and Sheer Blush. Now this, while it looks very coral on the packaging, barely has any pigment. It's really more like a clear lip gloss. These are supposed to give you like 8 hours of no transfer and just pure gloss. And I have to say they really do. I wore this, this is the first one I bought. I went back for a second one. I wore this on Monday when I went to the Museum of Natural History. I wore it for a good 8 hours, and when I got back to my hotel, it was still as shiny as it was when I put it on when I left. But because this is really just a clear one, I think this might look better over a matte lipstick. This is very pigmented, and while it looks like a mauvey pink on the packaging, which I thought would suit my cool undertones really well, it is actually a much more vibrant pink. I still really like it though. The problem with both of these, well, with this product is if you have dry patches on your lips after a few hours, you will see them really clearly. And I don't always notice that. Like, I try to moisturize my lips really well, but I just haven't done any skincare or any lip care or anything like that in the last 3 days. And they're really chapped right now. So I can't always tell. I have dry lips, and swatches showing up from that. So because today I can see them, I'm not gonna wear that. I am instead going to wear my little mini version of Velvet Teddy from MAC. They sold a few of their most popular lipsticks in mini versions, and I'm never gonna use up a whole lipstick. Like, I buy so much makeup, which is kind of ridiculous, I know. Don't judge. I don't use up any product really fully, and a mini lipstick is fine for me, and it's a lot cheaper. I was teetering between Cool Teddy and Velvet Teddy. I was talking to the girl in Sephora about it. She swatched both, and I couldn't see much difference on my skin, like on my hand. And she said, look, Velvet Teddy is just a little bit pinker, so if you're looking more for my lips but better kind of color, I still think Velvet Teddy would be better for you than Cool Teddy, and I have worn it a few times and love it. They did not have the mini versions in the store. They're only in the Sephora website, but she said to me, I think the MAC store might have them. She said, there's one on the ground level of this shopping center, just try there. So she was really nice about it. And I did go to the MAC store and they had the mini. So I also picked up a Rhode Lip Contour in another color. I'm going to use that. It's a color that fits really well with Velvet Teddy. Rhode was just sold out everywhere. They had no blushes. They had very few of the lip contour shades, and they had no oh, for crying out loud, I use it every day. The milk. The glazing milk. They had no glazing milks. Now, I did pick up 2 glazing mists because I go through those pretty fast. I use them every day. The glazing milk I also use every day. Surprisingly, when I shake the bottle, I feel like I still have like a month's worth left in there. That's lasting me quite a long time, but I did want to pick up a new one, and just sold out on the Sephora website, sold out in every single store. And the guy at Sephora said to me it's sold out from here to LA. He said, I am dying to find out when we have them back in stock because I'm running low and I really want more. But I have no idea when they're coming back. Now, I noticed on the packaging of the glazing mist that there's 3 distribution centers listed for Rhode. One in the US, one in the UK, and one in Belgium, of all countries. So I thought, hang on, that means if I order from the Rhode website directly, I don't have to pay customs fees because I would just get it shipped from an EU distribution center. So they're launching their new collection, their summer collection, on Tuesday. There's a couple of items I want from that. So I think I'm just gonna try to get on the website when it goes live, which I'm pretty sure it's gonna crash, but I'm gonna try and get some of the new items if possible, and also glazing milk because they were in stock on the Rhode website. So let's try that. This is in the shade Lift, which really looks like a bit like a mauvey pink. It doesn't show up nearly as much as the brown one does because it looks very similar to my lip color. some of the L'Oreal Blur Filler ones, but I picked them up here because they did go on sale here like a month ago. Yeah, a lot of people prefer them over the Rhode. I don't. I think the Rhodes are creamier. They go on smoother. And I think, yeah, they last a little bit shorter than the L'Oreal ones do, but I don't think the L'Oreal ones last that much longer that it's like necessarily a better version. Okay, Velvet Teddy. I think that looks okay. I did pick up another shade. Give me a second. I did pick up another shade of the Peptide Lip Tint. I applied it twice yesterday to help a little bit with the dry lips. They really only appeared like yesterday afternoon. I was like, they were starting to hurt, and then I looked in the mirror and just chapped everywhere. Ooh, sorry. This is in the shade Salty Tan, which is also like a mauvey pink. I think it's actually very subtle. I don't think it shows up too much on my lips as a like color. It's more something like this, but softer. So I'll be wearing this one a lot, I think, just on no makeup days or light makeup days, just to hydrate my lips because they really need it. Alright, last step. Oh my gosh, I actually usually do this before lipstick. I'm just gonna apply some Rare Beauty highlighter on the tip of my nose. This is a highlighter that I know is really pigmented, but when I apply it on my cheeks and like above my eyebrows, I don't see it showing up. But on the tip of my nose, it glows. It's really weird how this highlighter, like on YouTube, whenever people apply it on their cheeks, it's like bam, glimmer, and with me, nothing. And then I'm just gonna set this with my Revolution setting spray. I will say this, okay, this is not a mist. This is a full-on spray. My skin will soak for a while. I think I need like 10 minutes for this to settle in, so yeah. Yeah, just gonna have to let that settle in. Alright, that's it. This is kind of what I do for makeup every day. Variations of this. I don't ever do anything like ultra glam, but I have recently gotten more into bronzer, and I really like this Saie one. And then it's hard for me to see in the phone how much I'm wearing, because on the camera it doesn't pick up a lot of my makeup unless I look like a clown. But it could very well be that when I get up and look in the mirror, I'm like, whoa, this is way too much. So I'll see what it looks like before I actually leave the house today. Also, quick note, but I think I'm going to put a poll up on my community tab about this. Someone left a comment on one of my previous videos asking me to do like an hour-long video. Now, I know a lot of people who love ASMR like long videos because they use it to fall asleep to them. But as someone with ADHD, I know a lot of my subscribers have ADHD. I am not one of those people. I don't use ASMR to fall asleep to. I'm much more of a visual person than an auditory. Like, I much prefer visual triggers, and so I watch ASMR mostly during the day. And I can't watch, if your video is longer than 15 minutes, you kinda already lost me. I'm not going to listen to more than, well, 15 minutes really at a time. that doesn't mean I won't watch the full video, but I'll watch it in sections. And the problem with that is, and I know this because I have my own YouTube channel, that if you upload a long video but people only watch a short piece of it, it's really bad for your watch time, and that affects your YouTube algorithm. So I guess I wanted to know from most of you whether you prefer long ASMR videos or shorter ones, because I don't know what changed, but years ago I always wanted to make at least 40-minute videos, and I could never get them past 15 or 20 minutes. I was just done talking when I thought I had so much to say. And now that since I've come back, I try to make every video around 15 minutes, and they always end up like this, like over 40 minutes. I'm practically at 50 minutes. And I just yap, and I don't know how to stop. So I need to know whether that's something I need to focus on, or whether it's just a healthy mix of both. Some are going to be longer, some are going to be shorter.